Is your passport actually valid for international travel in 2026? Most travelers don't realize that even an unexpired passport can still get you denied boarding at the airport. If you've been searching for a list of countries that enforce the 6-month passport rule, or asking yourself, can I travel if my passport expires in 5 months? Your international travel plans are at serious risk of being canceled. The reality is that your expiration date isn't always what it seems. Today, we are breaking down the strict international entry requirements and passport validity rules you must know to save your vacation from cancellation. Whether you're headed to Europe, Asia, or the Middle East, this is the hidden math every traveler needs to do before booking a flight. We all tend to treat our passports like set it and forget it documents. You get that blue book, you look at the expiration date, and you think you're good until that exact day arrives. But in 2026, border security and airlines are stricter than ever before. One tiny oversight regarding your passport expiration date is now the #1 reason travelers are turned away at the gate. It is a heartbreaking moment to be standing at the check-in counter with your bags packed, only to be told you aren't going anywhere. The mistake most people make is assuming that not expired simply means valid. In the world of international travel, those two things are not the same. Many nations now strictly enforce what is known as the 6-month passport validity rule. This means if your passport expires within 6 months of your departure date, or in some cases, your intended return date, it is effectively useless. Think about that for a second. Your passport could have 5 months of life left on it. It's an official, legal document, but the moment you hand it to the gate agent, you are denied. This happens because of the airline factor. It is not just about the destination country. Airlines will legally block you from boarding because if they fly you to a country that rejects you, the airline has to pay a massive fine and fly you back at their own expense. So, why does this headache even exist? Governments want a safety buffer. They need to know that if you have a medical emergency, a major flight delay, or a legal issue that keeps you in the country longer than you planned, your ID won't expire while you're still on their soil. If you don't meet these passport validity requirements, there is an even bigger risk. Your travel insurance likely won't cover your losses. If you're denied boarding for an invalid document, most providers consider that a traveler error, meaning you could lose thousands of dollars with no way to get it back. So, where exactly does this rule apply? If you are planning an international trip in 2026, you need to categorize your destination into one of 3 zones. First, let's look at the strict 6-month passport rule countries. This rule is most common across Asia and the Middle East. If you are flying to Thailand, Singapore, or the Philippines, you need that 6-month buffer. The same applies to Indonesia, specifically for those heading to Bali, as well as Vietnam, India, and mainland China. In the Middle East, high-traffic hubs like the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia are known for strictly enforcing this. Next, we have the 3-month zone, which primarily covers Europe and the Schengen area. This includes bucket list destinations like France, Italy, Spain, Germany, and Greece. For these countries, your passport must be valid for at least 3 months beyond your intended date of departure. But here is the 2026 catch. With the full rollout of the EU entry-exit system, border officials are more meticulous than ever. Even though the official rule is 3 months, many airlines and even the U.S. State Department strongly recommend having 6 months of validity just to avoid any technical glitches with these new digital systems. Now, there is one more massive change coming in late 2026 that makes your passport validity even more critical. That is the European Travel Information and Authorization System, or ETIAS. The European Commission has officially set the ETIAS application fee at €20 for most travelers. Your ETIAS authorization is digitally linked to your specific passport and is valid for up to 3 years or until your passport expires, whichever comes first. If you pay the fee but your passport only has 1 year left, your ETIAS will expire early, forcing you to pay the fee and apply again once you get a new passport. Furthermore, the EU Entry-Exit System, or EES, replaces manual passport stamping with mandatory biometric scans, including fingerprints and facial images. Because these checks are automated, any passport that does not meet the 3-month or 6-month validity rules will be flagged instantly by the system. If you just realized you're in the danger zone, here is your 2026 protocol. If you have 6 to 8 weeks before your trip, use the standard expedited service through your local passport office. But if you are flying in under 14 days, you must book an emergency appointment at a regional passport agency. These spots fill up fast, so you have to be aggressive. And never throw away your old, expired passport. It often contains valid long-term visas or a travel history that you will need for future visa applications. Savvy travel in 2026 isn't just about finding the cheapest flights. It's about document readiness. Don't let a $150 renewal fee turn into a $5,000 lost vacation. Go grab your passport right now. Open it up and look at that date. For more travel tips and mistake breakdowns, make sure you subscribe to The Savvy Traveler. Travel smart, travel prepared, and I will see you in the next one.